Hello X, hello YouTube, everyone. This is Casper here with a quick Twitter or X recap, just to quickly talk about the things that I have, retweeted during the day, the past few days actually, and also what I have been posting. So let's see what the lovely people on X has to say with regarding to charting, technical analysis mostly. We will have a dive in here. Sure, let's see here. By the way, I just uploaded a full video on the NUX ETF, which is a way to play the uranium sector without any miners. So you only have enrichment and all that, kind of the tech side of uranium into the mix here. A member of the Substack mentioned it like a few days ago, maybe 5, and yeah, it's really an eye-opener to me in order to play it a little bit differently also, because the NUX ETF has done really well in 2024. I think it's up like 50, 60, 70%, so kind of amazing there. Also here, again with the post from yesterday, we have the NUX ETF here. This is the top 10 holding. So you have Cameco, Oklo, Nuclear Power, the SMR, LEU, that's enrichment, SILJ, also I think it's laser enrichment or something like that. Rolls-Royce is also looking into various SMRs, small nuclear reactors and modular reactors, of course. So yeah, and also the downside is it's only 1 year old roughly, but there is still some ways to go here. I would have loved to know about this, over here, but right now we have this trend channel, and I would love for it to get down to here so I can buy into it. So different way. I think also some of the holdings, again, I will try to find 2-3 of the stocks that looks amazing. Hopefully I can find 2 or 3 from a breakout point of view, and then have, like 50, 60, 70% into the NUX ETF, and just, pick 2 or 3 that I want to, have a little bit more leverage into this whole way of playing things. So yeah, also I did an update on like 30 charts of oil and gas, and we did see a lot of breakdowns to some degree, I will say, in some of the oil stocks. So not ideal, but as you know, oil is just hoovering here for like 3 months at roughly, what is it, 70, I think. So the move that we're going to see here very shortly will be very one-directional. Anything below 65, I think it is, really bad. Anything above 72, 73, that is really good for oil. Devon here, the Devon Energy, DVN, again, amazing setup. By the way, this green one here was a 15-year long trend line, and we had this wedge pattern waiting for the breakout. Clearly, we broke to the downside here on high volume. So until something changes here, or we get something different going on here, again, it's a breakdown. So unless we can climb back up, it looks like we're in for more downside in these major corporations. On Friday here, this is John Quake's. I will not read it all, but again, you can see we had massive volumes for the closing, and this was, you can just see it here, the last 10-15 minutes, there were a lot of buying, a lot of volume, and that was, ETF rebalancing the stuff there. So normally I don't put too much into it, because it's basically forced buying, so you are seeing some big moves there at all of a sudden. I kind of messed it up there, so let's see here. Here we are again with the NUX. We talked about that. An update on uranium for the members on YouTube and on Substack. You can go and check that one out as well. Here again we have John Quakes. Morgan Stanley has moved uranium back to being the top pick on top of the table, and most bullish preferred commodities heading into the ever-expanding nuclear resistance renaissance, my bad, in 2025. So that is amazing, right, having uranium here on top. What else do we have here, by the way? Silver, okay. Lithium, copper, palladium, lead. Okay, I mean, having uranium on top there, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it at all, by the way. So Bob Coleman here as well with the GLD. So that is the gold ETF, an alert here. Borrowing fee to short GLD shares continues to rise, while shares available to borrow are near the low levels we last saw in March of this year. This setup preceded a significantly rally earlier this year. And actually what happened in March, April was, we can actually look at that. That's actually pretty cool. We can actually have a little bit of a view into this whole thing here. So what happened back in March, you can see here if we add a trend line across right here, somewhere like that, then all of a sudden all of my stuff came out there. But we basically had like a the big inverted head and shoulders breakout right here, again April 2024, and that's when silver really started to rally. So again, if that's the case, right, we could be in for a move. But right now, again, we are breaking down a little bit here, testing, you know, the big 28.5. Nasty month here that we had. John Quakes, again, I have posted a lot of John Quakes the past few days. Today, Westinghouse signed a $20 billion deal with AECON with the goal to accelerate construction of a fleet of nuclear reactors in Canada. So each 4 reactors mobilizing 8,000 workers. That is amazing, right? Just blasting out, you know, new power plants. And Westinghouse is a part of Cameco. So Cameco has also done really well, up I think 1,000% this past 3 to 4 years. Pretty cool. It messed up again because I'm using the wrong button there. That's not good. I want to find where we left right here. Talking about importancy, UX1 is the uranium U308 futures market, you can see. And also that is something that we discussed on Substack and YouTube, that I think when we started to correct here and slide, that we're going to see a test, hopefully we hold, of the 2011 highs over here at $73, basically testing it here. So we really want to see a bounce to the upside here. Otherwise, we are definitely looking for more downside. But yeah, massive surge here, and we are somewhat correcting downwards here into that support, hopefully. So if we hold here, we are going to send it. And also, if you look at the Sprott Physical, we can actually look at that as well. The Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, which is also in a very clean bull flag here, right? And we actually tagged the 4-year trend line here last week, and we did see a little bit of buying. You can see we closed here at 23.6, so we retraced, you know, over 50% of the candle during that day. So very important here that we actually resolve to the upside here, and basically, in my opinion, getting above 26.5, 26 to 26.5. If we see that breakout, this whole bull flag here is ignited, and the measured move is all the way up to here at 55. And if that is the case, right, if that's the case, this whole thing here will start to move up as well, because they are so correlated to each other. So hopefully that is the case, right? Hopefully that is the case. I dive into the tech sector as well on, again, YouTube and Substack. And here we have the TF Metals report. What's next? COMX has reclaimed all of its losses from the Wednesday FOMC, Fed lines, and Powell presser. It has a nice looking short-term double bottom pattern on this 30 minutes weekly chart here. Again, that was the big decline, right? You know, when the FOMC statement came out, huge dump. And now we have slowly grinded our way back into that. And typically, again, that is, you know, resistance until proven otherwise. So right now we are actually having a big, you know, surge here for the past 2.5 hours on last Friday. And we stopped exactly there. Funny, huh? How things work. So getting above that, and you have suddenly negated the entire FOMC, you know, puke to the downside. So interesting to see what's happening there. I will go through 2 more. Then we have had roughly 10 minutes. That's perfect. noon in Denmark, we had NOVO, which is by far the biggest company in Denmark. It is extremely large in market cap. Came out with some news. Initially, they dumped 25%, and at this point in time, it was at like 18. And you can see here the COMX C20, which is the Danish index, tanked 13%. 13% drop. Imagine if that was the Nasdaq, right? This is insane, really. And I also think that actually NOVO is at one point it was like 40% weighted, in the index. So truly a big puke there in the Danish market cap. Some guy told me the amount of value lost here. That incredible large amount of money. Silver here. This is the 1 month line chart. So you can see we're actually coming down, and I think we're gonna tag this whole 27 here ish, 27.5 range, going back to 2011. You can see it was support until we broke down. Then we tried 2 times over here in early 2020 and 2021, and then we finally broke, and we're probably going to see a little bit of a kiss there before going higher. This is a bullish chart, no matter what people say, right? We have the big kind of bottoming here, we surged, and then we finally made a higher high here, and I think we're gonna flip it to support, and then we can actually make that move into the 40s for silver. We will finish off with a scary chart. This is the monthly time frame for the gold to silver ratio, and actually it looks really strong right now, and anything above, in my opinion, 92, then we will take out the 2023 high and 24 high, and plus we will actually start to pierce the monthly Bollinger Band, and we could see a huge spike in this ratio, and that is always really bad. I can't zoom further back here, but when you see these big spikes in the gold to silver ratio, especially at the highs of course, then that is liquidity issues, and a big event is happening. This was 2020. You know what happened there. The last one, we had a minor one in 2016-15, I think, and then you had a big one as well in 2008, and also in the early 2000s you had one as well. So these big spikes usually come with a lot of pain for any market, not only gold and silver, but also the indexes and all that. So yeah, a bit scary. That was all, guys, that I had for today. 12 minutes, perfect. Have a great day, really, and a great weekend. And if I will not be on here again before Christmas, Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope you enjoy the day or the holidays with your loved ones. So cheers, guys. It's been a pleasure. 2024. We will see you in 2025, hopefully. Cheers, guys.